Hi everyone, it's Dot and welcome to week 18 of my final 50. A few weeks back, I promised to talk a little bit more about exercise and specifically how it relates to weight loss. Since that time, I've received a lot of other questions. Do I prefer cardio to weight training? How do I keep my motivation to work out? And what's my workout routine? But first, I want to talk about exercise and how it relates to weight loss. If I had a list of the best ways to lose weight, in my experience, exercise wouldn't even be in the top 10. We've been told for about 50 years that our weight is all about calories in, calories out. Eat less, move more. We've been told that exercise is the same as nutrition when it comes to weight loss. And guess what? There's actually very little evidence to back this up. And Why We Get Fat, science reporter Gary Taubes quotes the 2007 Joint Guidelines on Exercise and Health that was published by the American Heart Association and the American College of Sports Medicine. And I'll quote it for you. It's reasonable to assume that persons with relatively high daily energy expenditures would be less likely to gain weight over time compared to those with low energy expenditures. So far, data to support this hypothesis are not particularly compelling. Not exactly a ringing endorsement of exercise helping with weight loss, is it? So why do we believe in the calorie burning power of exercise? Quite simply, confirmation bias. We see a thin person running and then we think, wow, they're thin because they're running. The problem with eat less, move more is that it actually ignores human biology. There are two ways we burn calories: exercise and basal metabolic rate. So what's the difference? Exercise is voluntary. You either work out or you don't. The basal metabolic rate, or BMR, are the calories we burn in a 24-hour period to keep us alive. That means breathing, heart pumping, brain and organ functions, fighting infections, or maintaining body temperature. It all factors in. BMR is dependent upon genetics, sex, age, weight, height, the temperature outside, the temperature in our bodies, how much we eat, and how well our organs are functioning. This is really important. BMR accounts for 95% of the calories we burn. So what's 95% of a 2,000 calorie day? The answer is 1,920 calories. All that just to stay alive. That leaves you with 80 calories to burn before you go into a calorie deficit. And you can get that 80 just from doing laundry. No gym fees are involved. In The Art and Science of Low Carb Living, the authors point out that to lose 10 pounds of fat, you need to run 350 miles or cycle for 1,000 miles. So focusing on exercise when it comes to weight loss isn't really productive for you. And it gets worse. There's a little thing our bodies like to do called compensation. For every 5K race we run in, for every Zumba class we take, or every walk we go on, our body compensates for that exercise in two ways. First, we work up an appetite. How many of us have worked out like a dog first thing in the morning because we're going to a party later on that night? Studies show we eat more after we exercise. The second way we compensate, we normally follow 1 hour of exercise with about 15 hours of doing nothing. Dr. Terry Wilkin, a professor of endocrinology and metabolism, has done decades of research on this. His research shows the more you exercise, the more your body compensates for what it considers unnecessary activity. His reasoning is interesting. When it comes to survival, no animal on the planet will burn unnecessary calories. Exercise is voluntary. We don't have to do it. I'm not telling you this so you don't exercise. What I need you just to understand is no matter what you do at the gym, you're not going to outrun that fork. So should you exercise? Absolutely. I've increased my exercise activity and I've seen a huge difference that it's making on me. My sleep patterns are better. The insomnia is almost gone. I feel less stressed. I'm much happier. I feel I'm mentally sharper. I'm way more energetic in the mornings when I first get up. Another question I've gotten from you folks: do I prefer cardio to weight training? And I honestly have to say, weight training. There is just something about exerting myself to failure that I just really love. Plus, I find that with weight training, I can see the differences a lot sooner than I can with cardio. I can carry a lot more than I could before. I can move furniture without my husband helping. When I look at my arms in the mirror, I can see a little more definition than I could before. Also, I've noticed, while I don't have a six-pack yet, I have noticed at least a half pack coming on, so I'm very proud of that. So what is my workout routine? 2 hours a week, I work with a trainer lifting weights. I walk nearly every day for an hour. Since joining the Gold's Gym Challenge, I now do a boot camp class for about 2 hours a week. And I do yoga 3 times a week. Now you may think that's a lot, but that was pretty much my workout level prior to my cancer diagnosis. So I really am trying to get back to where I was before the surgery. And unfortunately, it is coming with some side effects. I am sore all over. It hurts to stand, to walk, get out of bed. Simple things like carrying groceries or moving clothes to and from the washer or dryer is just painful right now. I also feel definitely bloated. My muscles are swollen with water. My trainer gave me the wonderful news that I can expect 3 to 5 pounds of water retention while I'm going through this adaptation period. And that adaptation period is going to be about 10 to 14 days. And that means my body simply has to get used to constantly breaking down and rebuilding the muscle. However, after a week of pretty intense activity, I'm going to make a few tweaks because my ankle is starting to flare back up. Sadly, I'm going to have to hold off on boot camp. So instead, I'm switching that with cycling classes, so that won't put a whole lot of weight on my ankle. Now, I do plan to see a physical therapist this week to basically help me deal with that ankle. More on that next time. All right, let's get to this week's numbers. Last week, I weighed 208.6 pounds. This week, I'm up just slightly to 209.2 pounds. So I'm up just about half a pound. Considering I've been doing very good on food and wine, my weak points, I of course feel this number should be absolutely lower, but I'm still below 210, so I will gladly take that. If you're new to the channel, please like and subscribe and share with your friends. And be sure to click the little bell icon in the lower right corner below the video. That way you'll be notified by email whenever I do a post. Thanks for watching, and until next time, I'll see ya.